Hello and welcome to Cavaliers Corner. I'm here with head coach Rob Mazzico, Sarah Berger, and Jacob Kernell of the cross-country teams. Very talented staff and athletes, and definitely got a lot to look forward to this weekend in the upcoming regional meet. But thank you guys for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
And Rob, you've had, another incredible year. Both teams are ranked nationally, and you're definitely got a lot to look forward to this weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. Guys are coming in 19th in the nation. Women are coming in 10th in the nation. Guys are coming off a really big win at the conference championship. Women had a really good day as well, placing right there behind Hillsdale. We're looking forward to it.
You mentioned the conference championship. We'll kind of go with that. Narrowly defeated Malone by 1 point, which, the narrowest of margins. You can't get any closer than that in cross country, with the exception of a tie, but you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. What's your thought as that race is, being ran out?
The way that whole race played out was pretty nerve-wracking, mm-hmm. to say the least. That leave Brendan. I'm sure Kernell will tell you it wasn't all that nerve-wracking for him. He was out front, didn't know anything that was going on behind him. But for me, it was nerve-wracking. It was close. We knew it'd be close going into it. But the team did a great job in the individual battles. They had the win out
mm-hmm.
there. And basically we beat them on 3 of the 5 scoring spots and gave us the 1 point win. But like I've been telling these guys all week, that's in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We're completely focused on regionals now.
Now, Jacob, you were, been one of the top guys for the Cavaliers for a few years running now. And as you said, you were kind of the front runner for us at the conference championship. What's your mindset, kind of leading the pack like that?
Each week is just, it's a whole new set of cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been the third guy, I've been the second guy, I've been the first guy. So I know I have a lot of teammates that are willing to step up if I'm not quite having my best day. So just going into each race, especially last week, the week before that, and the week before that, you just have a really good support system. So knowing that, if you're not having your best day, you're going to have someone that can do just the exact same that you can do, if not better, mm-hmm. on any given day. So that's really been something that's each race I'm going into a little bit more relaxed because I know that I have that wiggle room for performance.
How does that change your mindset or your preparation? Not preparation, but in terms of actually running the race, knowing that you have those other people that can back you up.
Yeah. You want to make sure that you're making your teammates proud. So each time I know that I have high expectations because they're able to run fast. So mm-hmm. I know that if they're catching up to me or ahead of me, that I should be right there with them, if not ahead, or just right behind. So knowing that I have teammates that are like that, it just pushes you that much further mm-hmm. each and every time that you go out there.
Well, Sarah, you won the race. That's, almost redundant at this point. You seem to always be, the first one across the finish line regardless of whatever race it is. If it's the All-Ohio meet. What was your thoughts going into the conference championships this past week?
Well, we knew we had a good chance to win it, but we also knew that Hillsdale
mm-hmm.
was gonna have their full lineup where they didn't have their entire lineup at Lewis, so it was gonna be a lot harder. So the goal was just go out there and everybody continue to get better like we have been every week. And we haven't really put together a race yet, even including conference, that everybody was firing on all cylinders at once.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting going into regionals, knowing that we still have that opportunity to improve and turn some heads.
And we haven't really got a chance to talk to you just purely on a cross-country basis, as you've played soccer the last 3 years. How's this year played out for you? Has it been better than expected? About what you expected? Because obviously, you're well known in the running world, being a 5-time All-American, and potentially to be more even at the end of this cross-country season.
I didn't really want to go into the season having any expectations because
mm-hmm.
I haven't run cross-country since 8th grade, and it was half as long then. So, like I said, I didn't want to have any expectations. I just kind of wanted to have fun with my teammates and enter a new sport and just grow my running ability, and I think that that's happened, and as a team we've gotten a lot stronger too, so I guess better than expectations since I didn't have any.
Hey, that works for me. Coach, we got regionals coming up this weekend, and it's a big meet. You're looking to get the men back to the national championships after placing 22nd 2 years ago, and the women have an excellent chance to make it as well. How does it help that the regionals are at Cedarville this year, and you're very familiar with that course?
I think it helps. We still have to show up and do what we're capable of that day, no matter where we run. But yeah, I mean, traditionally we've run pretty well at Cedarville on both sides. And this year we ran pretty well there at the All-Ohio meet. So it's nice. I mean, I like the idea of a 3-hour bus ride versus a 7 or 8 hour bus ride. It's, the teams are going to be ready to go no matter where we go. But having it here in Ohio, having it only 3 hours away, I think it's a benefit for our athletes. I know they're excited about it. I mean, it's not, a lot of these meets we go to, like the conference meet, we'd never been on the course until the day before. So that's a lot of focusing and mental prep the day before. I mean, you can look at a map, but you really can't tell what it's like until you actually step on the course. This time, both teams, everybody's been on this course multiple times for most of them. Obviously, Sarah's only been on it once, but everybody else has been on it multiple times. So it's pretty exciting. We're excited to be back in Ohio for a regional meet. We think we have the team to make it to nationals on both sides, but we have to go out there and do what we're capable of. If they do what they've been doing all year, we should be taking 2 teams to the national meet. But it comes down to going out there and performing, not getting too nervous, not getting too excited, just being poised when it counts most, and executing the races that we need to execute. If we execute, we're going to be really happy. Now, we may not get out on autos. It's pretty tough to get out on autos. But, I think, there's going to be at-larges selected on both sides from our region. Both men and women have pretty good resumes for the at-large selection. So, we just have to do what we're capable of doing and have fun doing it. And that's what both these teams have had. I guess it's benefited both these teams this year is because they've had fun doing it. And when they're out there having fun, it's, it makes it easier. And they have, like both of them said, they have unbelievable support systems. I mean, it's not just these two. I mean, these two obviously are leading us, especially here in the last month. But there's an unbelievable supporting cast behind these 2 outstanding runners up front for us. And, you're not getting to nationals as a team with 2 great front runners. You're getting to nationals as a team with a great supporting cast. And anyone that's in this program right now has a lot to be excited about. I know I do. I'm extremely excited. And it's one of those things where, I'm ready to run the race today. I don't have to run, but
I'm kind of the same way. Like, if I know something's happening, let's just get to it. I don't want to wait.
I think right now we're healthy. I think, and everyone's in a really good mindset. As long as we can maintain that and gray skies that we're having now, it's definitely fall. So it's one of those things. This is what championships meets are running, at least in this part of the country.
Yeah.
So.
Kind of the same question to both of you. Obviously, it's going to be a little different aspect because you've ran on the course a few times already. Sarah, this is your first year, so we'll start with you, Jake.
Yeah.
I mean, does that? I don't know how nerves work in cross country either. I would imagine it's like, okay, you go out and run, but I mean, obviously, I haven't ran cross country, so I don't know how that works as opposed to basketball or baseball where you're so much pressure to hit something or perform a task specifically against another person. But I have to imagine running the course quite a few times helps you well in terms of nerves and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's no X's and O's that you can analyze when going into a meet like this. It's a little bit different, but what you do get out of running a course multiple times is you do get that visualization. So you're able to see what parts of the race that you're going to start going, where you're going to relax, and where that you struggle with.
Yeah.
So going into this course, this is actually my favorite course out of everything that we've ran really ever. So even going in with that, even if I haven't ran on the course, this is my favorite course. So I'm going in with a really good attitude on a course that I'm comfortable with and I love. So just simply knowing where I'm going to go compared to schools that are out in Michigan and Illinois and Indiana that have never seen this course, I at least have that mental preparation that other people do not. So that's kind of how I'm taking it as of right now.
Now, Sarah, it's obviously a different boat for you because you've only ran on the course once, but at the same time, you're kind of a different athlete altogether because you're just that good. I mean, there's not really any other way to put it. I mean, you're consistently, top 5 if you're not winning the race. So, I mean, what's your thoughts on, seeing a course for the second time?
I mean, I'm definitely someone who's guilty of getting nervous. I think Coach Zico can attest to that. But something that helps me is a lot of the people that we're running against are familiar opponents, even if the course is not familiar. So, I picture myself, beating those girls that I've run against before, and I know that I've beat before, I know that I can hang with, or something like that. So you just imagine yourself racing against them. It doesn't really matter where, because then when they make moves in the race, you're ready to move with them and stuff like that because you've prepared for it in your head. But then also, having run on this course and having myself and our team had a successful race at this course, it helps because we're coming in with a little bit of confidence. And although it's nerve-wracking because it's regionals and we have a lot on the line, there's that bit of familiarity that makes it a little bit more like home and not just you're in the middle of this completely new environment.
Sounds good to me. Coach, any final words?
No, I mean, we're excited. What we've done on the men's and women's side in the last 4 years.
Pretty much since you've taken over the program.
Yeah, well, it's D2. It has certainly helped. The GLIAC, when we were in the GLIAC, has helped. And then obviously the athletes that have bought into what we're doing is very, very exciting. So it's one of those things where we're taking a step every year. Both teams have worked extremely hard to have the opportunity that they're going to have on Saturday, and we're going to go out there. They're going to run as hard as they can, as smart as they can, and hopefully we finish where we need to finish to continue the season 2 weeks from now.
Sounds good. Well, definitely looking towards the results this Saturday. Hopefully we perform well enough and we can meet again and discuss the national championships here in a few weeks.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for joining me too. For everybody here, Rob, Sarah, and Jake, I'm Logan Smith, and that's been Cavaliers Corner. Go Cavs!
Woo!